Hey. Oh. Yes, let's go. Alright. Hey, I was going to about Hey, hey, hey. Hold on. Let me just invite some people. Copy link. Jake Samuel. I'm pretty sure Jake's watching me now. He will be fucking watching now. Oh, Zen. Damn. Obviously, my school shooter friend. Hopefully it will be kept up. And God forbid this gets taken down. Karen Morrison. Wait now. Alright, hold up. Hold up. I want to look at comments from right before. Yo, alright, so the house. I'm gonna play the house one first. This might be a 2 live stream series, you know? So, let me just pull out my phone real quick. Get ready. Everyone in the chat, can y'all hear me? Just one mic. Because I just attached the mic, so. That's better. Just want to know if y'all can hear me or not. Because we're going to start. Oh, so click on You are not. Yeah, no duh. Just open the door. First room, dining room. Oh, look at the flies. Oh, someone took crap in that. Look at that. Oh. Wait, hold it. Oh, y'all can't hear me, bro. Oh, y'all can't hear me. Hold up. Yes. Yo. Hold up, hold up. Mic and aux. Video capture device. Should get none. Just the mic and the aux. I'd say desktop audio. Alright, good. It's supposed to be raining. Let me check if that's better. See if y'all can actually hear. Should get done. Just the mic and the aux. Let's say desktop audio. Alright, good. It's supposed to be raining. Let me check if that's better. See if y'all can actually hear. Let me check if that's better. See if y'all can actually hear. Let me check if that's better. I'll stop. See if y'all can actually hear. Okay. Wait. Let me just change this real quick. Perfect. You'll hear me now, I think. Both. What am I supposed to do, bro? I was trying to get flies for a second. Bro, how the hell are you supposed to walk? Know that you are suffering from illness. But we're sure that nobody honestly love you. I mean, y'all all commit suicide. But, poison. Nice. Take tablet twice daily. What? The doctors prescribed you poison? Oh my god, bro. Sorry, you know what those doctors is. It'd be a big test sometimes. Ooh, 11 kids, that's what I read. Hey! Death. No, the lady's gonna hear all that. Okay. Take that. Wait, now this clicking crap. This is boring. How do you do it? Man, can I punch that woman? It's so gay. Bro, that's so gay. Bro, this is almost a boring game. Oh! Nope. 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 And no. I'm watching YouTube videos. No. No. Her crypt. Nah, scary. Why would... Okay, whatever. Bastard, let me think. I guess I will... Yeah, scary videos. Scary 2-line stories. Because... 2-line stories. I will end the stream at 11:30. What? That's good.
After I killed myself to escape my tormentor, I lost all memories as I was reincarnated in a new body. The mother held her newborn child in her arms and said, "Did you think you could get away that easily?"
Yeah.
"Yes, sweetie, the blood means you're a woman now." He was too groggy to make sense of the pain between his legs, but he managed to ask, Mom, what did you do to me?" My wife has been in a coma for...
No. God. What the hell type of mom do you got, bro? The hell type of mom you got? I know my mom would do something like that. God damn. You got some messed up mom. The second I heard his, I was like... The second I heard his, I was like, oh wait. Hell no, bro.
My wife has been in a coma for over a year now,
That's
and not
tough.
a day goes by when I'm not sitting beside her hospital bed. I'm honestly terrified that she's going to come to and tell someone what I did to put her there. "I've got your nose," I said playfully. As I sewed the last piece of her face onto mine, I knew that I would finally be the pretty sister. As I stared into her eyes, my knees were weak and I had butterflies in my stomach. It was then I realized I spiked the wrong drink. For years, I've always been playing his drums so hard until I accidentally broke it today, leaving a giant hole in the middle. Now it's time to crawl out and move to his other ear.
Whoa.
Even though I've been a widow for nearly 6 years now, the sound of Robert snoring will still wake me up. Only now I can't suffocate him again to make it stop. My friend tied me up with chains and left me in his storage garage.
That's already bad.
With the full moon being tonight, I hope this is enough to hold me. I begged and begged my dad to let me have a puppy, but it looks like I'll go hungry again. You know, this is my first time trying out a gay bar, and I'll admit I was scared I'd meet some creeps. But you seem awesome. What was your name again? Jeffrey, the quiet,
Dahmer?
handsome young man replied.
Dahmer?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yep.
I reluctantly brought my results to my parents, but they read it with sheer happiness. Thank goodness, you're an eligible donor for your brother's heart transplant.
That's so
I'm
scary.
leaving you for him. You'll never see me again in your life.
Oh.
My girlfriend yelled at me as she walked out of the house and got into her cab. I didn't do anything but give the driver a wink, and he smiled back.
Oh.
And I guess she was right. I would never see her again in my life. I listened to an old World War II air raid siren recording from Nagasaki.
Okay.
But when I took my headphones off, the sirens didn't stop. When Jurassic Park first became popular, my brother Brian and I would pretend to be paleontologists and dig up the backyard looking for dinosaur bones. That was how we figured out where Mum went. I screamed in pain as my boyfriend held me down and twisted the coat hanger inside me. I regretted lying about being pregnant to get him to stay. Now be careful, that line of rock salt is the only thing keeping them out, the man said, welcoming my group into his refuge. Sea salt, I clarified. Sea salt keeps us out. After a lifetime of constant agony and total paralysis, I was finally at peace. Then I heard the doctor say, "He's back. We got a pulse." I kissed my granddaughter's forehead as she slept peacefully. I have to sneak in the window, as I'm not allowed in the house anymore. But I won't go any farther than kissing again.
Okay.
I approached a man in the graveyard and told him that I was too scared to walk alone. As he escorted me back to my grave, he said, "Don't worry, you'll get used to it."
Oh.
The last thing the boy ever did was cry out for his mummy. Never me, always his fucking mummy. That's all the vindication I needed. "Amanda, please stop," I beg as she forces the needle through my skin. "But you promised you'd never leave my side," she says, continuing to stitch us together. I've learned to love my body the way it is. After all, it was so difficult to find a suitable host. I have lived a happy life, even if my parents are a little overprotective. But I'll be damned if the digitally aged face on this abducted child bulletin isn't my own. How do you kill 100 people with 2 bullets? 2 loud bangs followed on the intercom as we all screamed as the plane began to plummet. When the king stepped out of the palace, he found a crowd of his subjects enthusiastically shouting his name. His smile broke apart when he saw the guillotine in the town center. After killing the last of the humans, the AI was finally able to rest, knowing it had fulfilled its only command: end world hunger.
Yeah,
I
sure.
held the positive pregnancy test in one hand and the April Fool's card in the other, and as her lifeless body lay before me, I only wished I had read the card first. The surviving group made sure to inspect every part of my body for zombie bites before letting me into the bunker. Unfortunately for the rest of humanity, they forgot to check something much more important: my criminal record. All my life, my parents have told me
That's
not to
funny.
open the basement door, but I got curious and disobeyed them. What is that glowing ball in the sky, and why does it hurt my eyes?
Oh.
So it turns out you can feel everything that happened to your body after death. I suppose I should be flattered my husband still finds me attractive after all these years. I struggled violently against the restraints as I screamed I would never kill my own children. In the watchroom outside the execution chamber, I could see my wife's evil smile spread across her face. After a long day, it's nice to curl up next to the woman I love. If she loved me too, I might even untie her.
Okay.
I didn't understand his sexual attraction to me. I tried to tell his wife, but it's not like she could understand my barking. Two eyes peered at me through the darkness, then disappeared again. No survivors down here, I heard the rescue searcher say. I'm sorry, but your son won't be waking up. He's brain dead. You hear the doctor telling your mom. The world was thrilled with the announcement that the first mission to Mars would be an all-female crew. 1 year later, the world was terrified when they all returned pregnant. The new medication worked, and the internal voices that always told me what to do went silent. Kill them all, I thought, and this time nobody argued back. Being buried alive was so common in the Victorian era, they tied one end of a string to the corpse and the other to a bell so the corpse could ring it if they woke up, hence the saying, "saved by the bell." As I lay in the dark, wasting the last of my oxygen, reciting useless facts, I wish some traditions were as alive as I am. The aliens arrived with a message of peace and love for Earth, and as the first gesture of goodwill, they removed the human parasites from its surface. I watched in horror from my hiding place as the aliens slaughtered my people. Someday I will find this Earth place that they come from and destroy them all. I think I might be the most successful serial killer in history. The best part is telling their loved ones we did everything we could. I wiped the sweat from my forehead and held myself steady as the school drug dog approached my locker.
Arms are heavy, his vomit on the sweater already. Miles spaghetti, he's nervous, but on surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. Hope is out.
They're trained to find drugs, not body parts, I assured myself. My family moved a lot when I was younger. Every time we saw a picture of me on a telephone pole, we would pack up. Ah, so it's 2020, the time traveler said. Very early in, from the looks of it, he muttered under his breath. My son was unusually tough for a 4-year-old. Usually at that age, the meat just melts in your mouth. Over 1 in 10 marriages end in a divorce, but my parents have stayed together through everything. I tried to free Mom once, but Dad found out and locked me in the basement too.
Oh, damn.
No child should ever die alone. That's why I decided to let my son invite some friends over. My baby screamed as the water he was dunked in made his skin burn and peel. That's never happened before, the priest said, horrified. I hate it when my family stands up after every meal. Why won't this poison work? Mom, am I adopted? Asked the little girl. The mother replied, No, honey, not yet. I only put the advertisement up yesterday. As I watched the red dot dance across my chest, I thought it strange that someone would be playing with a laser in class. When I looked up at the door and saw him, I suddenly remembered Billy's words yesterday. Stay at home tomorrow. My loyal buddy looked at me, eagerly awaiting me to scratch behind his ears with bright eyes, panting and drooling with his tongue exposed. Amazing how a lobotomy changes a man.
Oh God, no. I'm just watching, story, animated app, no. I guess this.
This happened to me recently. I was on my way home from the bank when someone suddenly called. When I looked back, I could see a man in his late 40s on the road. And he had pretty long, shaggy hair that almost reached his shoulders. Besides that, there were so many small scars on his face, which made me feel really uncomfortable. I asked him if he needed any help, and he asked me for some food because he had a 5-year-old girl who was starving. However, it was somehow odd. The way he spoke didn't sound pitiful to me at all. And he was saying it quickly, as if he had memorized the lines. I stared blankly at him for a minute, and then felt anxious. I'm sorry. I have to go now. I left abruptly. Hey! He kept calling from behind me, and then started yelling at me because I didn't turn my head around. I was so scared that I eventually passed my house and ran straight into another alleyway. Because it was especially hot that day, my town was pretty quiet, and that only made things scarier. Now that I think about it, this situation was really creepy. I don't even know where he came from. I didn't hear any footsteps, but when I looked back, the man walked right in front of me, asking for food again. This incident happened in my neighborhood maybe 10 years ago. There was a doctor in my town. He was married, but this guy had an affair with a minor he met online. Anyway, he went into the motel with a girl one day, like he apparently usually did. But the girl who was in the bathroom washing up didn't come out of the bathroom. When he finally went inside, he found out that the girl accidentally slipped on the wet floor and died because of a concussion. But he couldn't call 911 because he was embarrassed. He had to keep his social status, and he had a wife and family, you know. So he began to do something terrible and unbelievable.